again, another quick update. 2 days later than what I wanted it to be, but there we go. If you remember in my last video, the fish supposed to have been arriving Friday. Luckily I've managed to put them off for another week to 2 weeks, so it's not a problem there. As you can see, we've run out of stone, so that's arriving tomorrow to finish the stone off. We've got all the plumbing in now. Been a bit of a nightmare, as we couldn't find the right parts and pumps and bits and bobs here, so I decided to get a plumber. He said he understood what we wanted, but not really did, so that's why we ended up with a big oversized pump. And me and my friend Les, we've had to spend the full weekend ripping pipes out, putting new pipes on, bigger bore pipes actually, because the water coming into this area here wasn't coming in quick enough. It is now, it's a bigger bore pipe. So that's how we're at. The floating raft system now is running right, it's not bad. This is the biofilter. Obviously I've got to put all the biomedia in there yet, when I find it. But that's pumped in from the sump, comes in, overflows there and drains off down there, comes underground back into the sump. So that's been working well, so that's one good thing. The bowels, siphons actually have been starting well, breaking well. Tomorrow's job really now is fill these full of gravel and then tweak around with the taps and the levels of water coming in, so the levels of water going into the fish tanks is of the same. So it's a case of a little tweaking here and there tomorrow. But other than that, I mean, all the plants now are all ready and shouting at me, please plant me. So I better get a move on quickly, I think. I don't know if you can manage to see that down there, but what I've had to actually do, because of the power of the pump, is I've put a T-piece in and a pipe back into the sump, so 90% of the water goes back into the sump. It bubbled it up like a jacuzzi. There's enough power there to give the village a jacuzzi. So what I've had to do is baffle it, and it actually aerates the water very well, and it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. You know, so that's how we've combated the size of the pump, which if we go any bigger will come in handy, I suppose. That was another problem we had this weekend. I don't know whether you noticed now, but these are done now in black pond liner we had to go out and find. Luckily we managed to find it, not the cheapest of things, but we got it. They were made out of 6mm polythene before, and it just wasn't good enough when we filled them up full of water and stone, so I spent the weekend taking all that out and redoing all that. Why my friend Les was re-plumbing and Sharon was washing stone, so that's where we're at with that. I've added this up and over pipe there that comes up and over and back into the sump. It means we can turn the beds off and still keep the pump running, because it'll come straight through there and up into the sump there. Just a little bit of a safety feature. Don't know whether we'll need it or not, but it's in now. I'm just going to bring the air pipes on through the wall there, and we'll bring them into here. And at the bottom here now we've got 4 2-foot curtains, air curtain as they call them, and they're going to go into the floating raft on the bottom for the oxygen for the plants. So that'll be in there tomorrow. Giving myself quite a bit to do tomorrow, but I've got to get a move on. And in my last video, I don't know if you remember, we mentioned something about a magnetic water conditioner it is, and he had it on, and the plumber guaranteed me it would take down my pH levels. It's on, the water tastes better, but we don't know whether it's taking the pH levels down, because Sharon went to test it, and we were well pleased it had gone down to 7.3, and then it went up, and then it went down, and then it went up, and then we discovered we'd broke the pen, so now we've got to get a new pH pen. to test it. So I can't tell you exactly whether it's done any good. It doesn't taste funny in my tea, and the water doesn't taste too bad, so we don't know. I'll let you know on that one whether it made any difference or not. Here's the fish tanks now. As you can see, the plumber in his wisdom made one a little higher than the other one. We've combated that by dropping it down and putting a drop of fall on it. Seems to be working okay at the minute. The radial flow filter, let me just show you inside there, is working okay. It's been working well. I'm just not 100% sure how high that in pipe is supposed to be. I'm going to have to try and find a little bit more information about that. We've put a spray bar across, which aerates the water quite well. I should think so off that pump actually. But yeah, working well. And then to the fish tank, I don't know whether we can see it. The water's a bit mucky off the stone, but at the bottom of the pipe that sucks the water out, I've actually put a pop bottle with all holes in, so as the fish don't get sucked up there. So it's getting there now. You know, it's just these last niggly little bits now that seem to be, you know, really frustrating you, because, you know, you want to get it up and running and planting it and what have you. You know, so we're nearly there with that. The bore of the pipe we had to change from the tank itself down on the gravity fed pipes out. The thinner bore pipe we've left on the pressure, because that is pressure pipe what is put on, so that's the pressure pipe at the top, and we've left all that alone. Tidied it up a little bit, but we've left it alone because that's running from the pump and it's a heat welded pipe and it's for pressure, so we've left that. And we've gone for a thinner wall pipe on the fish tanks out, so we've got a bigger bore. We've got a drain on the bottom for getting all the solids out of the bottom. I mean, this was covered in water the other day, so it's dried up quite well. I am actually considering putting an overflow system on these, just for security's sake, back down through there and back into the sump, just to be on the safe side, I think, because this one on the right hand side does come up does tend to come up a little bit high, and I'd hate it to come over when I wasn't here. So well, thanks for watching. I'll update you as soon as I can, hopefully a couple of days time, and I've done all the testing and running. Thanks for subscribing, and many thanks for everybody's comments and help. Speak to you soon. Bye now.